Hey everyone, went outdoors. The season is winding down for deer. We have late season yet, but it looks like it's another year of me not filling my buck tag. We had a fun season. Parker had a couple misses on two different bucks, and then he stuck a nub buck, which we found the next day and was eaten by coyotes. But other than that, I didn't have too many opportunities as the season went on. Some smaller bucks here and there. One buck I was gonna shoot, and it caught me off guard, and I couldn't move. By the time I got my bow around, it took off. So it was pretty uneventful for me. We still saw a lot of deer, which that's what this video is. I had a ton of video from the whole season because every time we went out, we did intros, we did videos. It was kind of nice to have all that on file, I guess. But so I'm gonna put together a little highlight, I guess, of our bull hunts this year. I think I did some videos earlier of our actual hunts when Parker had some misses and hits and whatever happened. But here's just the videos of all of the bucks and deer that we saw, close encounters, from our Green Lake County to our Winnebago County to public land up in Crivets. Ton of video clips from the old water hole over in Green Lake County that Grandpa Tom put in there. That was pretty neat seeing all the deer that actually use that, and we will definitely be doing more of that next year. So I think that's where Parker missed both his bucks and stuck the deer that essentially got, but we got to it too late. A lot of deer coming in there. It was kind of cool to watch them actually drink in front of you, and deer visiting in and out of there like crazy. So hope you enjoy the video, and who knows, maybe I'll get one yet late season. Hey everyone, went outdoors. I'm back over in Green Lake County. Alright, I'm set up. It is so quiet. Hey everyone, went outdoors. I am back over in Green Lake County. It is October 29th. The rut is on. was like 9:30. Seen like 3 or 4 before it got light. You could just see bodies coming. One came in and drank. I guess it was a little buck. My dad saw it on the camera. Couple does. Then I had a doe come in and drank, and then the way the stand's set up, it kind of sucks because it's right along this corner here. There's a scrape right there on the ground. The water's right here, and those deer just come around the corner there. They just appear. And it was a pretty nice 8-pointer. I probably would have shot him, but he knew something was up the whole time, so I'm trying to move when he's not looking to get my bow and turn the camera on him. Well, he literally just kept walking and scooted out of here. So. And then after that, a doe shot through and 2 different bucks following her. And nothing for a while. I was going to get down because my dad's coming right now to sit here so I can go look for Andy's buck, my brother's buck. And I was cleaning stuff up and I looked down and there's a buck going through a little group of trees right here. Just a real small one, but so this is the time of year. Right now you could sit all day. It's very cold. It's been snowing a little bit, flurries. It's a beautiful day in the woods. It's just, I've been sitting here for 4 hours now, I guess, because I was sitting well before light. But I'm gonna go look for that buck. Dad can sit here the rest of the day. And I'm probably gonna go back home and get Parker and maybe Peyton and then come back and sit this afternoon. Because they are moving. Alright, it's October 29th still. Hunted this morning over by Green Lake property. Never did find the Andy's buck. I looked and looked, lost blood. Pretty sure that deer is still alive. I think he hit low, brisket or leg or something. So now Parker and I are back over it in our Winnebago County land, which there has been a lot of bucks moving here as well. We are going to truck our way out to our marsh stand out in the middle of the cattails and see what happens. Tim's on his way. He's going to hunt somewhere. And my dad and Uncle Andy are over at Green Lake. So everybody's out. So it's cold, it's windy, but that's the time of year to get out there right now, huh? This is it. The rut is on. Hey everyone, I'm back over to Green Lake County. It is October 30th. Super windy, cold. It was 25 degrees this morning. My dad said all morning till midday and never saw a deer. Deer were moving at night, but just not in the morning. Yesterday my brother Andy missed the buck. My dad missed the buck. I could have had one in the morning, but it just was the wrong setup. I couldn't get my bow and turned around in time. Parker Parker and I sat at Winnebago County land last night, and not much going on. Saw a few does. Had 2 does come in at the very end, and right underneath us. And I look over, and Parker's putting his release on his bow. I'm like, oh, we're really gonna do this here. So he wanted to shoot one, and it just didn't work out. It was, by the time he had the shot, it was close, but it was severely quartering away and walking away. And he's like, it's quartering too much, Dad. I'm like, yeah, don't take that shot. So that was good. At least we saw some deer, but the bucks are moving. Cameras are all full of pictures all night long into the mornings and the evenings, and I know it's super windy, but you got to get out there this time of year. So yeah, I'm nervous. I always get excited going bow hunting, but this time of year, you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to make my way in there and see what happens. Alright, it's October 31st, Halloween. We just left the house and there was 2 inches of snow on the ground. We're over in Green Lake County, and the snow is pretty much gone. But it's super windy. We're over here a little late after Parker picked him up from school, and so we're sneaking in here quick. So we put up a ground blind. Parker wants to sit over these big scrapes right at the camera, and there's trails coming through this little woodlot. And every night when we come out, the deer are out in these soybeans. So he's on a good trail here. It's super windy, like I said. It's probably not the best setup, and we're doing it quick to get out of here. There's a little hill here, so hopefully the blind is kind of got a backdrop where it doesn't stick out too much. They're going to look at it. But if they come down from this hill, and hopefully they stop right here, that's going to be a shot. Alright, good luck, bud. He's going back up. Parker's up front. Maybe there's a chance he'll cut into the woods where that scrape is. How was your night? What happened?
I heard something behind me that came out and then went back over to that field across. And about like 5:45, 2 big does came and went not on the trail right next to me. It went to the one over, and they came out here.
Oh, really?
And then they were looking down the field, so I got my binoculars out and I was looking down there. And here comes a buck, a big one.
Where'd it come from?
Way down there. I don't know. It probably came out over there. It was coming deer.
Yeah.
I think it was him.
Oh, really?
It was big. It was like this
Really?
wide. All of a sudden, he just came running in. A big, full rack, tall tine.
How far was he?
He was like 30 yards running through the woods right there, chasing the does.
Oh, he just kept
I
running.
tried to stop him, but he would not stop. He just kept going.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same one I saw. Did you see a big one going across the field right here?
Right here?
Yeah.
That's probably him.
Because
I
he
never
came out
saw-
like under your stand in the back there.
Oh, really?
Because also I saw out in that grass, I caught a glimpse of a deer because you can't see those
Yeah.
pine boughs come down.
Yeah.
I see a deer going into the soybeans. I grunted at him, as loud as I could because it's so windy. But he stopped and he's staring at me. And so I got my other camera out and I started videoing with that and zoomed in, and it's a nice big full rack. But then he kept going across the top of this hill here.
I
And
never
as soon as he
saw-
got like to the top right there, then he took off kind of trotting and he disappeared over the ledge. I was like, well, maybe he's gonna cut in here because this would be, or maybe he kept going and circled down
I bet you
through that woods and then came there.
that's when I started hearing something over there, so I was looking over there. That's probably when he was going down here, because when I first saw him, he was way down there by the truck, so I was cutting this way.
Oh, really?
Then he came back up because he saw the does. But if those does weren't there, I think he would have came right
He
in.
might have been working the scrape line that,
He probably
you know, along this whole woods here. There's scrapes all
Yeah,
along
but
here.
those,
So he,
those does went in, and his tail was up, and he was booking it down here, and then he ran in here.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
That was a big one, though.
Yeah.
He was wide.
Grandpa Tom passed up an 8-pointer too back there.
A big one, or like
He's just like a small 8-pointer here, which I do, and I'm like, it's up to you, you know. And,
it's probably the one that Keish, or
he sent me a picture of it. It's just a basket 8-pointer, but if he wants to shoot it, I don't care. Well, that was another night over here. End of October. Tomorrow's November 1st. It was a cold wind in my face all night, and but it's cool to see that big buck.
yeah.
In the windiest day of the year, out in the middle of this field, just cruising. I think he was probably going and checking his scrapes and looking for does. If I would have had a decoy out, maybe he would have came in, or rattling horns or something. But
Yeah.
it was just too. The grunt was against the
Yeah,
wind.
he was grunting all the way.
Oh, he was.
He was
Yeah. If I had a decoy out, he probably would have came right in. Dang it! Grandpa's got one somewhere. I don't know if it's out here or laying somewhere. But
He took it.
he took it home. But it was another good night, huh?
November.
Alright, it's November 1st. Back over in Green Lake. Grandpa Tom's already sitting. We're getting here kind of late. We're pushing it every day now, but deer were running all over the place on the way here. He had a doe out in the field a little while ago. The doe in by the watering hole. So they're already moving. We only got a couple more hours to sit. Parker had the run in yesterday with the buck. It was right out here actually. Yeah. And he was sitting on the ground blind in here, chasing 2 does. So now we're gonna make our way back into the woods. Parker's gonna sit at the watering hole, which has been deer in there every night. Does and small bucks. I'll probably sit in Parker's stand, double man stand, where he sat early in the year. Look out across the field. And Grandpa Tom's in the hort blind. Time for deer to hit the dirt. Yeah. Grandpa Tom's got the decoy out. Wish I had it yesterday. Yeah, we're walking out and Parker's like, there's a deer right there. He's like, oh, it's the decoy. So we hung a double man stand there a few weeks ago and put the camera on the watering hole, and it's been pretty consistent. A couple nice bucks here and there, but a lot of little ones, crivets bucks, I guess, crivets 11 pointers. But there's something about shooting a buck up here. I haven't shot a buck with a bow up here in 20 some years probably. I just didn't try very hard over the last how many years because we've been hunting back home. But I have a feeling that anything with horns tonight is in trouble. I think so. There's about a week or so left of good hunting back home. I don't know how much I'll get out, try and get up here, but there's something about shooting a buck up here. Spike, I don't know. I'm kind of weak, but I just want to get a buck down, hang one on the pole. The boys are coming up in tomorrow night with Mom, and it'd be cool to have a buck hanging this time of year up here. It's been a while, so I'm gonna sneak in there. Sounds like there's some logging going on back here. I can hear them off in the distance. Sounds like they're quite a ways away though, but maybe that's good. Maybe that'll push stuff this way. Guess we'll see. It's a beautiful night. It's clear, slight southwest breeze, but it'll probably die down, lay down to pretty much nothing here pretty soon. Got 2-3 hours here to sit. I'm gonna try and get her done with the Adam special. He swears by it. I don't know. I don't usually use too many cents over the years. I don't know. I felt like I've just wasted my money year after year buying new doe urine and whatever, and basically seeing no results. So, but I guess it's the time of year to do it. The rut is on. Alright, I'm set up. It's beautiful. You can see a lot better than I thought. On the way in there was like a dozen scrapes that looked like they were done like today. This whole path was just all scrapes. There is some logging going on. Not that far away, but I think far enough away where it might even push deer over here. I don't think they're gonna go that way. But there's a lot of sign. So hopefully I'll see something. I'm just looking for a deer, anything. Even a doe I'll see. I don't have any tags, but I'll just want to see a deer. We'll see. Alright, it's the next morning. Obviously last night did not get anything. Had one doe snort at me, or I heard her snort maybe 100 yards in front of me in the woods. Never saw her, but so I don't know if she was snorting at something else, but I could hear stuff starting to move around, but whatever. But all night long, my camera had bucks and does coming through that water hole. Pretty consistent up until about a half hour ago. There was I think a little 8-pointer or a 6-pointer in there, so that's when I've seen a lot of activity right now. So I'm gonna sneak in there. There's about an hour and a half before it gets light, so I should be sitting for a good 45 minutes before light by the time I get in there. But it's really quiet, really still. It's cold, 30 degrees, but I'm gonna try and sneak in there, and hopefully it can be one of those good days where the deer are really moving, because it's that time of year. So I've been sitting for about 3 hours, and it's typical. They're logging over here, and they were pretty close, a lot closer than I thought they were last night. But now he must be loading or something because it sounds farther off. But anyways, I'm sitting here just shaking my head, thinking public land, of course, you know. And I thought I heard something over here, so I kind of slowly stood up and looked, and a doe took off, and she was right here, but I couldn't hear this way because of that machinery. So she went off blowing. Got terrible luck this year with does blowing at me, and came from the direction of the machinery running the logging stuff. Well, then a half hour later, there's another deer behind me, a nub buck, and he came in and drank and drank and drank, and then he left and went back that way towards the sound. And now, about 10 minutes ago, I heard some crashing over here, and I see a doe shooting through, and a giant buck cutting her off, trying to cut her off, going to top of that ridge. All I saw was massive rack. Maybe it wasn't that big, but it looked big, especially for up here. So I don't know, everything is over there. And that's where the work is being done, the logging. Doesn't make any sense. But this is a nice oak ridge here, and that nub buck was down in here just eating and eating and eating, and then he finally came and drank. Smelled the scent wick, Adam's secret scent wick. But yeah, that's where we kind of want to hunt. I was going to put a ground blind for probably Parker or Mia Payton during gun season, but looks like maybe I should be hunting up there right now. So I'm gonna keep sitting, I guess. Alright, now it's Saturday morning. I got Parker, the buck slayer, with me. I think we're gonna sneak in and sit over the water hole in the ladder stand. I'm just gonna sit with him, I think. Might as well, I'll just film and stay warm because it's cold. It's 16 degrees right now. Alright, we're gonna pack her in. Not one single deer this morning. Didn't even hear anything. Just quiet, nothing. I don't know. We're gonna head in, and we got some work to do at the cabin. We have to get done today. So that's a wrap for this weekend. We started out hunting for quite a bit the first couple of days, and then we got swallowed up in work, which the yard was terrible, right? Mm-hmm. There was like a foot of leaves everywhere, but we got it all cleaned up. It's beautiful right now. It looks like a carpet. We cut everything. We put the snowblower on the tractor, so that's ready for the winter. We literally blew and raked the entire yard, cleaned up all the leaves. So there's gonna be some leaves coming down yet, but a lot of these oak leaves just hang on there all winter. Hunted a little bit, saw some deer on Friday morning, but after that, not much. We didn't go out last night or this morning. Just too tired. I don't know, I've hunted every day for the last couple weeks, and sometimes you just gotta sleep, huh? Alright, Parker and I back over here in our Winnebago County land. Tim got a nice buck last night, and they were moving all day. And I messaged them today, and they're still moving. This morning, a couple pictures of the big one. About noon, there was one going through, plus some littler ones. It's November 5th. Rut is definitely on here. So I think it was his third buck he saw yesterday when he shot that one, right? So Parker's gonna sit out in the marsh stand out there. I'm gonna sit inside in the two-man ladder stand. He'll be just out in front of me. We got a south wind, which is perfect, I think, pretty perfect. And yeah, maybe tonight's the night. It's been a long quest this year. We've hunted a lot, right? And had some encounters, some close encounters. Parker took a shot at one once. But yeah, so we're ready to make the trek out there. We got a few hours to sit. It's breezy. Not too cold. It's almost 55, 60 degrees, which would be nice sitting. We'll get some bucks on the ground maybe today, yeah? Bucks on the ground. Alright, good luck. trail here. Food plot looks pretty green. You can tell it must have got frost, but there's big trails through here and its tops are all mowed off. Turnips are, you can see them coming in the ground pretty good. There goes Parker, Mr. Hunter. Hey everyone, it is November 6th. It's about 11 o'clock. I worked early, cut out early, because there's just too many bucks moving around middle of the day right now. Tim got that one a couple days ago, and that was like the 4th or 5th buck that came by the camera. There was one came by the camera out in the marsh about 9:30 today already. Some at night. It's a beautiful, sunny, very windy. It's 60 degrees, but it's a nice day, so it'll be very comfortable to sit. I'll be in that box blind out there, but no Parker today, obviously at school, but the time changed now. He ain't gonna be able to hunt during the night at night anymore, because by the time I get him from school and get over here or Green Lake, it's just not enough time. So I'm gonna take my time and get out there slowly so I don't sweat to death, because it's typical Wisconsin. Freezing one day, now it's 60, it's gonna be 65 degrees. But yeah, it's the time of year to get out there all day. Midday, those bucks are roaming, and there's a lot of does bedded out in those cattails in that area, so hopefully I'll see some bucks, see some deer, maybe even get a shot. Who knows? I'm grinding away here, I'm grinding away. Like everybody out there, it looks like, if you look on Facebook right now, it looks like I think I'm the last person in the state to get a deer. I know there's one other guy going out over there on the public, so me and him are the only guys left, I think, in the state that didn't have a deer yet, so hopefully I'll get it done tonight. We'll see. Alright, I'm set up. It is extremely windy, which is good. Nothing hurt me on the way, and I'm positive. It's I guess the wind is not the best wind, but it's blowing so hard right here that a lot of deer come from out there. We got trails all over the place. I can pretty much shoot anyway. It's hard out of these box blinds with these tower stands with a compound bow. But I think I got an angle in every direction. I might have to do some finagling to get in position. But that's the way it goes. Now I just sit back and wait. What a joke. Sit all that time. So one deer 1,000 yards away out in the marsh, and then one at the very end across the lane I walk in on towards the food plot. Whatever. Frustration. Unbelievable. Sit there all day. Prime time. Deer moving by that camera all the time. But just not today.